naturally, of course, if you eventually see this on YouTube, there will be a video skipper down below in the comments. Of course, there will also be the playlist link that will allow you the ability to go to part 1, so that way you can kind of get a guide on how to level up without most of the DLCs. Like, of course, I still use the SRM Infernos, but I don't use any of the melee weapons from Call to Arms, or I can't even really think of if I use any of the mechs that were added from the other DLCs. I'm sure something's in there, but if you follow along with that and kind of follow the same strategies, keep in mind a lot of this stuff is procedurally generated. I have a good feeling it is, because when you go to certain areas you get different outcomes. So of course, that's why this game is such an amazing game. It lasts for literally forever. But looking at the time now, we're about a minute away, so I'm just relaxing right now. Of course, if you end up watching this on YouTube, there's a good chance that it'll have a 24 to 48 hour wait period before I actually render it and get it online. Something with the algorithm makes it to where it doesn't know who to show your video off to, unless you're a massive channel, and it takes about 24 to 48 hours before it knows, so you should hold on to that or something like that. I'm gonna give that a try. Of course, it's gonna be a tad aggravating, because I'm going to have to post videos a day or two, and it might be 2 because I don't have a huge massive channel. And we're ready to go. Alright, let's go ahead and kick on and pick up where we were. We're on the Kestrel Lancers DLC. That starts at part 19, so if you're running pure vanilla, you should be fine watching up to part 19. Of course, if you're interested in the Kestrel Lancers DLC, I'm sure during Black Friday they'll have some sales or something. That's when I usually pick up the other DLCs. I know that if you picked up all the DLCs, they're roughly about 20 bucks a piece, so that would add up. Yep, this is where we were offered the awesome, couldn't take it, which is not awesome. You can bust up the awesome enough that it drops down to about 27, but it's hard, and it would take time, and I just don't have the time. Within Zoods can replay a lot more than I can. If I do it, it's a lengthy process. I'm not gonna pretend like it's a fun day to repair all these either. Just go to mission briefing. Alright. Of course, with this, we're doing the actual DLC and story, so I'll be reading this. Captain Elena Dabu. Congratulations completing your mission, Commander. My commandos reported that the Marishkovka saw infantry investigating their destroyed sites. They initiated protocols to destroy everything. Rather than see Confederation secrets fall into our hands, we were able to capture a handful of random data drives for good measure, but I doubt there's anything of immediate value to us on them. Although your mission for Marshal Davian is now complete, I'm afraid that you're still trapped on Sarna with just like the rest of us. Liao forces still maintain air superiority and will destroy your dropship if you attempt to leave the system, just as they destroyed all of ours. Which I'm not really sure how big a gazelle is, I'll have to go check that out. But not all hope is lost. We just captured a scouting platform from the local militia, and were able to tap into McCarron's comm system. Well, we know they will change the transmission codes the second they realize one of their patrols are missing. We've learned that McCarron's is squarely focused on destroying remnants of the Crater Cobras and Screaming Eagles, which is wild because they're mercenaries. The Cerritos Fusiliers mercenary support battalions for the Serna campaign. Didn't know they were here. I mean, as allies, anyways. I knew they were here because of the territory. They're still alive and been causing the Big Mac nothing but problems for months now. Good job. We've used your Leopard's sensors to pinpoint their position through their assigned transponder codes. And we've verified that they are still alive and moving, although they are too far for us to make radio contact through all the electromagnetic jamming. Shocker. This is the best news we've received since you all arrived to help us. Commander, we'll need you to make initial contact with them. At the moment, their reported location is too far away from any of our Fusiliers to make without abandoning our wounded and prisoners. I'll prep everyone for transport and begin to slowly migrate our surviving personnel in their general direction. Your forces can fly ahead in your dropship and make initial contact with their forces and plan a rendezvous point for us. The mercenaries have been moving their forces rapidly, trying to stay one step ahead of McCarron's armored cavalry. Judging by their movements, it appears that they are migrating towards the ruins of the derelict warship, which those are unbelievably massive and ancient, located deep in northern Jacarlos. This will be the most ideal spot for you to make contact with them. This might be the last time we see each other, Commander, so before you go, I just want to say thanks for everything. You've given all the remaining Fusiliers hope that we'll make it out of all of this one way or another. So, of course, you do get a different outcome when you first meet Captain Elena Damu if you save all of her mechs. I was only able to save 2 of them. To my knowledge, I think it was only 2 I could get out. But if you get out more, I'm almost positive it gives you like a different response from her, a different communication that she gives, and then she also gives you more stuff. I don't know if you get a mech or not, but I do believe you do. Of course, with me it's different. I have to keep moving. I can't just keep running missions. Commander, the Crater Cobras and Screaming Eagles are taking shelter in the derelict warship. Of course, if you don't know what a warship is from Battletech, they were during the original Succession Wars, and they were massive. They could wipe out a whole world on their own. Like, I think they even carried drop shits inside of them, and they would, drop tons of mechs, like battalions worth, onto the planet if they didn't just blast the planet into oblivion. So they don't have those anymore, of course. Those were super advanced, and only the strongest of the strong had them back in the day. I think the Dragoons, the original Dragoons had them, and I can't remember when they lost them, but it was when they stopped having their firehouse orange color and gold. Like, they used to stand out on the battlefield. I think it's the Wolf's Dragoons, or just the Dragoons. It's a very old faction. Anyways, let's see here. Yep, derelict warship from the early Succession Wars. Make contact with them, then alert us to a proposed rendezvous location. We stand a much better chance of surviving Serna if we work together rather than going at it alone. Is this going to give me... Yes, it's going to give me decent salvage this time. At the loss of money, but, c'est la vie. It's better to have the salvage. I would rather not wait that time. Oh yeah, the mission starts in that time. So I'm just kind of out of luck anyways. Oh yeah, I put everything away before. That's great. We were selling all of these mechs because one, they're small, and then two, we have no real use for them to the level that you would think. Cold storage, we have to move a lot to cold storage just because, you know, we can't be carrying this many mechs around. I do believe we've gotten to a situation where we don't particularly need 50s. We also don't need multiple Zeuses. Yeah. We're trying to just get that under 2 mil because we don't want to lose more than we have to. Like we lost 4 mil at one point because of just oversight. I didn't pay attention to the level I should have. Just want to make sure we got 270s out. We got multiple 80s out. Like, I don't know if I'm going to even use that in the long run. Especially with us having a 90. Like, not a lot of reason to hold that out. I don't think we'll need that out here. I don't think we'll need the charger, to be honest. Like, we have quite a few 80s out. We're getting there. We probably need the 40-ton mech. Actually, we might be able to, well, cold storage. We'll try to make it work with certain things there. I mean, it's been increasing in size, not increasing in size, not decreasing in size. So we have the Hunchback, we have that. That's our 250s that we're rolling with. I don't remember pulling out the Archer. We'll put that away. We got quite a lot of what we'll do, because we have a Victor and a Victor. We'll just move this to cold storage. Is that enough? It's about. I'm willing to lose a little bit over to make sure I'm capable of handling something. Let's go to the mission, and we'll wait that time. Alright, and then we're going to have to do this again.
I know I said I couldn't afford to rerun missions, but yeah, this is a 4th attempt run, so you'll see that get spliced in real quick.
Let's hope they aren't in as dire straits as we are.
We'll get this. It's just going to take a lot of effort. Which I think this defaulted back to Grasshopper because it's supposed to be blue. It don't look blue.
Amazing! I never thought I would ever see one of the ancient warships. These things used to be at the top of the food chain when it came to the supreme military power of the Star League. Massive spacecraft that acted as jump ships, armed to the teeth with naval weapons and assault dropships.
Pardon me.
And were often used to rend death across entire systems with nuclear fire and chemical strikes. Untold billions died at the hands of these monsters. It's not surprising that they were the first things to be targeted and destroyed in the early succession wars.
Actually curious how much heat I generate with one of those pull shots. 6, to 20, so 14. One of the missiles, 22. One of those is actually the most, 26.
Those mechs, they're broadcasting Federated Suns IFF. You out there, identify yourselves.
We are an independent detachment of the 2nd Kestrel Lancers on special assignment. We're here to help.
No, it's crazy. The
Brianna
first
Campbell?
attempt would have
Is
worked.
that you? I thought you were with that Merc outfit from the Galahad War Games. What are you doing broadcasting Davian military IFFs?
That's a long story for another time. For now, we're hoping to help each other out of this mess.
That's highly optimistic of you. We dug into this position to defend ourselves from an incoming advance from the 3rd McCarron's armored cavalry. They've been probing our defenses for the past week after we repelled an all-out assault from them at Graves Hallow. If you want to help, join us, and let's push these bastards back. Keep us in good enough shape, and we might just live to see tomorrow. Colonel Westrick, enemy scouts just crossed the outer perimeter. They're here! Well, okay then. Let's get to work. Rihanna, Commander, we'll appreciate the assist here. Keep our mercs in fighting shape. We won't be any good to you dead.
Gold base. Visual confirmation on mercenary forces.
Oh, I'm asleep again.
Turn that enemy machine into scrap!
That thing's down.
Reserve forces from McCarron's appear to be crossing the perimeter. Things are going to heat up quickly here.
Understood. We should be able to pull through if we can keep our forces in the fight.
We'll do our best, Colonel.
Already on orange on one of my armor pieces. It's the right one again. They really hate my right side.
Target acquired.
It's a VTOL.
Good kill. That's why we make the big money.
Hopefully the Shadowhawk does not learn how to turn around. He does. The Shadowhawk's the very first thing up into the fight, and the problem with that is he's not particularly the strongest armor. I would say definitely not. But he sure likes getting jumped by like a crap ton of smalls.
Got an enemy mech. Let's put it out of its misery.
Hell of a shot,
There we go.
That machine's about to pop.
Vindicator. Target acquired.
There we go. Now that thing's dead when it gets in here.
Spider. Incoming missile.
That thing's dead. Dang, I killed that thing in one shot, apparently. I know the King Crab helped, but my goodness. Multiple nuclear explosions.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
There goes his leg. Bro, running into me is like weird. Could you stop doing that? That'd be great.
Just got schooled. Mech down. Phoenix Hawk.
Running away. Great. Got a vindicator somewhere or something. His head's about to pop. Hopefully they get his head, yeah.
Nailed him right in the head.
There we go.
Roger on that order. We're moving.
Nope. Okay, good. They're about to break through my leg, which is also not good because I will lose my SRM ammo. Or at least some of it. And I'm already slow as is.
Solid copy. We're shifting to your position.
Target acquired.
I should be able to corner the Centurion the moment it gets up here, if it gets up here. It's taking a while.
New target, Archer.
Here he comes.
All units, hostile mechs inbound. That had to hurt.
I wouldn't have suggested that. The rest will be along.
New target, Battlemaster.
Put myself asleep. Wake up.
Gladly. Engage the commander's target. The last of the rear guard are moving in to engage.
God, these bastards just don't give up. Crater Cobras, stay strong. We've almost got them.
I think we should be able to pull that pretty easy, but no more doing that. Pull back, man. Don't push in. I know you want to. I know you want to real bad. Making them face us is a lot better than us facing them.
Roger that. Engaging.
Where's my allies, I wonder?
That enemy pilot just tapped out.
Target acquired.
Roger that. Let's make that pilot beg for mercy.
Good luck for that one.
System offline.
Trying to overheat him. He's going for that leg. I know what he's going for. wake up. Wake up. Really? You shot the wrong thing?
Target acquired.
Solid copy. We're moving to strike.
Truthfully, I just need to switch.
Commander's issued us a move order. Let's maneuver out. Target destroyed.
There we are. Champion. I'm gonna have to run the champion up after it.
Just spotted an enemy mech.
Target Archer.
All remaining McCarron's forces appear to be withdrawing. For now, our forces are in the clear.
Nice.
You have our thanks, Commander. But without us being able to transmit off system, I'm very skeptical about our overall chances at survival. A very strong ECM field is preventing us from contacting anyone at the system's jump point. We have a long shot plan to try to get a message off-world. With your help, we might just be able to do it. Come by our command center and I'll share the details with you.
Everything we got's cooked. It's been lit up. I know they went hard into my leg. I don't know if they killed any of my... I don't think they got any of my pulse lasers. Let's find out what we got. Hopefully it doesn't do us dirty. I really hope it doesn't do us dirty. It should offer the Battlemaster. It's offering an archer. It's offering, well, we did clamp the archer's head off. It's the most valuable thing here. Let's see, what's 36 though gonna do? Got a hunchback, got a centurion. Because ultimately we're just going to sell whatever it is that's in our way. If we do 23, we have 13 left. We can pick up a generate 5,131,000. But yeah, it's easy. It's the archer. How much we got? Electronic warfare. Pardon me. That augments the mech's detection capabilities. Yep, that's the most expensive, but it costs as much as that does, so it doesn't make sense to pick it up. Oh, we got 2 left, so might as well pay 2 for, you know, expensive. Oh, we picked up a person. Colonel Richard Westrick. Commander, it's great to see you again. I only wish we were meeting under better circumstances. You have my thanks for keeping us in good enough shape to see tomorrow. Well, I can't spare too much equipment. I do have a MechWarrior that's been disposed of their mech in the recent fighting. We didn't lose a mech. If you have a mech for them, they'll serve you well. I'll send them over to your dropship. Let's catch up and over a drink in my tent. I'm curious to know why the hell you're even on this rock in the first place. Alright. Collect a fire starter, collect a bunch of useless weapons. Well, it looks like... Okay, we're just down 2 things, I guess. I'll do that. Then we need to go to battle mechs. We picked up an archer that we don't particularly need. How much is this mech worth? It's worth 3 million. Will that serve a cause? How much does it repair for? Next to nothing. It costs almost nothing to repair this mech. It's a 70-ton mech. What we'll do, we'll move it to cold storage, because we will be able to tell if it's worth doing, like keeping around and stuff. Worth 60 more grand to heal that. Let me go. Whoa, my bad. Let's go to the stalker and see. Nope, we didn't lose a single component. That's good to remember. Now we have other mechs that are pretty good, especially that one. Luckily we have 50-ton mechs and things like that. Let's look at our time. We're at 32. Alright, we'll keep rolling with this. That sure... Okay. Colonel Richard Westrick. That sure is some story you got there, Commander. While I am glad to hear that Captain Damu was able to rally a number of survivors from the Fusiliers' ranks, you won't find much sympathy for their plight among my men after what Hearthstone pulled. You see, things went sideways for us the second we arrived in system. After they heard Maximilian Liao killed their beloved Duke, General Hearthstone ordered the 5th Cyrus Fusiliers to charge ahead of our invasion flotilla on a high G burn that jumped the gun on the agreed upon invasion schedule. They beat us to the planet surface by 2 days, hoping to satisfy their lust for revenge. All they did was walk face first into a trap that doomed them all. I can still hear the screams they broadcast to us in vain hope that we would save them, while we were still over a day away from reaching the planet. It's terrible. The Screaming Eagles and I decided that despite the incompetence of Hearthstone and the Fusiliers, we could not deviate from our contracted invasion plan. If we packed it up and left for home, we might have lived, but we would never be able to find MRB-backed work again. We came to the joint decision that we would drop in system and fight out McCarron's armored cavalry in a protracted guerrilla warfare, and attempted to get a message off system requesting reinforcements from the armed forces of the Federated Suns. Little did we know, the Capellans had some kind of jamming field that disrupted long-range communications planet-wide. Those B-words kept their jammers off, so we could listen to the Fusiliers plead for their lives on our approach in, only to flip the switch and jam our comms the second we hit atmosphere. We've been trying to figure out a way to get a message to the jump point ever since. Commander, we've spent months scouting out the facilities that the Capellans used to disrupt long-range communications on planet, but with our numbers, we've always determined that assaulting one was too high of a risk. With you here, we may be able to pull it off. We know that the Capellans are gunning for us, so if we pull the Big Mac's attention away from a number of their regional jamming arrays, we should be able to thin their defenses enough to where you can perform a targeted strike and bring those jammers down. It'll be just like the Galahad games. We'll draw them away. You see the mission gets done. We'll draw them away, and then you see the mission gets done. I'll be straight with you, Commander. This mission is critical to us being able to get a message out of the system. I don't know how much longer any of us can last down here, but if you give us a month or so, we can plan for an assault on the jamming facilities. So take your time to prepare your forces and be ready for anything. We may have a need to deploy in consecutive missions depending on how McCarron reacts to their jammers being destroyed. Well, McCarron's assault or lance. So make sure you complete as many repairs and refits as possible before we execute this mission. Godspeed, my friend. We'll see you on the other side. Alright, the only way we'll be able to get a message off to the jump point is if we can take down the ECM jamming network blocking long-range communications. Destroy the jamming array at the marked nav points, then move to regroup on our position. We don't know how the Confederation will react to our attacks, so prepare yourself for the probability of consecutive deployments. Of course, we're gonna get the... Oh, it's 30 this time. That's good. Of course, we don't need that because we have damage coverage for days. Any damage we have, we're going to be okay with. He said consecutive deployments. So we might need to pull something out of storage. I don't want to repair any of the Victors out here. They'll cost too much. Let's R3. Nope, it's not what I was looking for. There we go, triangle. So 496 is what he's running at. This has been took care of effectively. It's loaded out to work the way it should. That's an 80-ton mech, but it's not an 80-ton. It's an 80-ton, but it's not an 80-ton. That's what we'll be saying. I love how, like, this is armored and this is armored, but this is worth more than that. It's not even a question. They're both 80-ton mechs, but this is worth more than that. Now, it has less tonnage you can work with, but it's worth more on its base because it's got less tonnage to work with. I'm sure that's because the engine's on the inside that you don't get to really mess around with. Picked up a grasshopper. We'll probably get... we'll see. We will see. Wish I could sort by value. I'm pretty sure I could sort by value now that I think about it. We'll bring one more of that just in case. Let's see, loadout. We have no other reason than to run that. SRM's the way to go, not LRMs. LRMs are a bad idea, just in general. If I'm getting angry, they can get upset, but it's true. It's true, it's true, it's true, it'll always be true. It's just not worth running it. This thing has 2 large lasers, and then it's got that, but I don't know. I don't know. It's got max armor, so yeah, that looks right to me. Yeah, we can run another laser. I bet it's because those are usually PPCs. I don't think I have enough short bursts. Base level of short burst, but they lose range, right? So 360 is quite short compared to, never mind, 450. Yeah, we'll just run with that. And then we'll just run a crap ton of cooling. Ba-boom. And that should work pretty decent. Yeah, work order 50 some odd days. Yeah. That's crazy. That's just to arm it is 52 days. So it'll take 2 days over the amount of time to do the mission. Luckily, everything here is going to be repaired before then. Because if we go to Battle Max and we go to work orders, 42, the stalker will finish in time. Let's just go ahead and deploy. I guess we'll use the Zeus afterwards as a backup of some sort. Yeah, it jumps that time, no matter what you do. And then you ready up. Of course, with DLCs, you get a lot of opportunities that you wouldn't have normally, so I would highly recommend picking them up. Some of them range from like $15 to $13.
The Cobras have provided us with the location of a series of powerful ECM arrays that have been disrupting long-range comms across the entire Sarna system. If we destroy enough arrays within the region, we should be able to pierce the localized disruption field and get a message out to the system's jump point. We need to destroy these ECM arrays in order to have any hope of getting a message off-world. If we don't succeed, well, we'll all most likely die here, Commander.
Good to know.
Oh, lovely. No pressure at all for the likes of us, eh?
I know it's hard to hear, but it's the simple truth. While we've had our successes, McCarron's armored cavalry still has 4 full regiments of troops on Sarna. It's a simple numbers game. The reality is, we don't have enough forces to come out ahead. Even with the crater Cobras and Screaming Eagles, we need reinforcements. And with the system's HPG down, the only way that we can ever hope of getting them is if we get a message back to Davion Command through a ferried message by jump ship. Bringing down these ECM arrays is our only chance at doing that. I'm not exaggerating when I say that this time, all our lives are depending on this. So good luck, Commander.
No pressure. As if there ever was. Oh, I'm a lot closer than I thought I was. Hello, anybody home? This is me knocking. Hello. Ah, nobody yet. Pulling what is it, a Peter Griffin? A lot of walking. Nobody responded here, which is weird. There is a jammer though. I was hoping that would take them out before they got to me. Oh, we got a missile shooter. That hit him. Not well, but it hit him. I think I'm just gonna sit here and take that. Here goes his skull. Oh, put myself to sleep for some reason. Yeah, they popped it. I hate when they break the core. I mean, I wouldn't mind picking up an Orion, you know.
That was a transmission on the AFFC's command line. The first one since we've arrived at Sarna. I can't make out anything in it, but destroying the other ECM towers might allow us to hear the broadcast. Keep it up, Commander.
They're just blasting our whole city apart, like there's no reason to attack us so. And, well, I mean, there is a reason to attack us, but you're not gonna live. Oh, we got another weakling. He got capped, bro. I saw that myself. That was a headshot. Allies should be bragging about their headshots, but what can you do? I don't know if that hurt me all around or if it didn't. Wake up. Of course I'm getting whacked like this. Oh, another one. Heavy hitter, bro. I took that thing out.
ECM disruption is weakening, but McCarron is encircling our forces while you're attacking the ECM installations. We don't have the numbers to fight through them. We need those towers destroyed so we can find a gap in their lines. We fought too long and too hard for this to be our end.
Trust me, I'm moving. Moving as quick as a human can. Got a dragon running about. Just trying to attack us. Do that to keep that thing back. Not really sure if I've ever shot a dragon in the skull. I have most certainly blown arms off, though, of a dragon. Ah, wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, that one's a pain. He's lost a leg. Now he's using the leg to cover himself. It doesn't matter though, they're gonna core him, yeah. What do we got here? Yeah, Locust is done. That's too far. I'm trying to, you know, get the farthest one and then kind of curve back. I'm not trying to go through the trouble of turning back around and stuff. Again, this is a very tanky mech. We're getting shot at. Oh, it's most definitely coming from that one. Old partisan tank, I think. That's the hero version, I think.
Wreck that machine! Knocked out that target!
Hoping that was a leg shot.
We're beyond help. The Federated Sons. We've reached Sarna's outcome.
The message is getting clearer, but we still can't make out any discernible information. We need to destroy those remaining ECM towers.
Commander, our tactical projections are not good. The only way we can break through McCarron's forces is if we abandon our wounded. That is not something I'm willing to do. We're preparing to make our last stand. Finish the mission, Commander, then get as far away from us as possible. Regroup with Captain Damu. Get a message back to Davian Command. Survive.
Colonel Westrake, I'm sorry we couldn't do more.
It's okay. It's the part of the job that all of us mercenaries must accept at some point. Today, it's just my time.
Hopefully not. So this heavy mech tends to be faster than most of the other ones. Plus he has jump jets, so what we're hoping on. Took out that one. And took that out one out quick too.
Good kill. That's why we make the big money.
There we go. Got that one done. There we go, that one's down.
Solid copy. We're moving to strike.
Thank goodness that thing's dead. Truthfully, we have a faster mech.
Steel's walking. Hostile down. We're shifting to you, Commander.
Not that one. This one. This is literally our fastest mech.
This is Arden Sortek of the Davion Heavy Guards, calling all surviving forces of the Federated Suns. We have breached Sarna's atmosphere and are available to reinforce on your position. Is anyone out there? Please respond. Again, this is Arden Sortek.
Thank goodness.
Colonel Sortek, this is Colonel Richard Westrick with the Crater Cobras. My God, is it good to hear your voice. The Crater Cobras and the Screaming Eagles are pinned down 50 clicks east of the city of Catatonia along the coast. We estimate that the Big Mac will have us completely surrounded in 3 hours. Transmitting exact coordinates now. Coordinates received. We're preparing an orbital mech drop to reinforce your position. Hold fast, Colonel. Help is here.
Thank goodness.
This is Captain Alana Damu with the survivors of the 5th Certus Fusiliers. We don't have much left, but we are moving to assist. ETA, 2 hours.
Looks like our salvation is here, Commander. I've marked a new exfil site on your map. Let's get out of here and join
I'm
the
glad I could
others.
save them. Surprising no enemies tried to stop us on our way out. Let's freaking go. Alright, 55 now. No, that thing has 2 PVCs. That's the, that should be the hero variant. You know, it's no Orion, which we got that as well, but it's awfully close. picked up that. What else could we get? Nothing. So, yeah, that's the one best way forward.
Alright, let's see what we can get with our salvage. I think that's about all we can grab.
Well, it looks like the SIM card for our phone that's been acting up this year. Alright, what are we looking at on time? Yeah, we're gonna have to end soon. So, let's go to our battle mechs. Actually, of course, repairs. The Stalker's always the one with just a ridiculous amount of armor needing repaired. That is a cool catapult, I gotta be honest. I like that better than the catapult I have. Just because I know catapults are made for that, but yeah, obviously the PPCs are going to be a lot more useful. You can determine exactly where they'll land, and they have splash damage. Whereas with rockets, you don't really get that choice. Half tempted to repair this, and then what are the repairs on this anyway? A lot. We will be putting you away, obviously. Oh, for obvious reasons. Okay, we will be ending here, everybody. Of course, this is where we'll end the Twitch stream. And then, of course, the YouTube. With the YouTube, I appreciate all yins, and I thank you for watching. If you like the video on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. I hope that yins all have a wondrous day. If you do like and subscribe, it'll help me, it'll help you, it'll help the channel. We'll be able to get more things, and it'll even help the streams. But anyways, I thank you for your time, and I hope yins have a wondrous day. I'm signing off.